So this is our care sheet, and every morning on our desk we see this care sheet, and what we do with the care sheet is we have five letters on the board, and then there's bullet points with the letters under them, and we choose what one suits us best. And then on Friday, we use a reflection from this week or past weeks, this week, and we set an example why we did good, bad, or okay. Yeah.
And can you tell them what CARE stands for?
CARE stands for cooperation, assertion, responsibility, empathy, and self-regulation.
Excellent. And so in New Hampshire, the work study practices are broken up into 4 areas. So communication, collaboration, creativity, and self-direction. And so what we've done is aligned our CAREs with those 4, so the students are very mindful of where they are and their learning progression within each of these areas. I thought maybe you guys could share which one you chose this current week, because each week you choose one on Monday morning that you're going to really focus on, right? And then on Friday, that's when they kind of reflect on it, but maybe share what you chose and why.
I chose responsibility to work the best of my ability because I noticed that I was kind of looking around the room and I needed to get better grades because my parents always tell me that if I want to get a better job, I need to get good grades.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
I'm doing assertion, and I chose participate in class because it includes like raising your hand and paying attention in class. And sometimes I can struggle with those things, so I chose that.
I also chose assertion to participate in class, to raise my hand more and stay focused, because I noticed that I wasn't focused the week before, and I wasn't raising my hand as much, so I thought that I had to work on it.
I did self-regulation to stay on task because I feel like I keep looking around the room, not like focusing as much, so I felt like that would be a good one for me.
I chose responsibility to pass in my homework with correct answers, because there's this weeks that stuff that we've already learned, I just get wrong, and I really want to just for that, like, get them all right for a couple weeks and then move on.
Excellent. So can you talk a little bit about how else you have reminders during the week of what you need to focus on?
We, after we choose our goal for the week, we have little letters that we put on our desk, so we can always remember what we're doing and to make sure we stay focused on our goal.
Right. Which letter would you have, for example, Jordan?
R for
Right.
responsibility.
And does that help you?
Yeah.
If you're dazing off, like, or something, you could always like look at your letter and it would like kind of make you want to pull yourself back into the group.
Excellent. And so thinking about, can you talk a little bit about how you think this has helped you be a better learner in person, maybe? Go ahead.
I think it's helped me be a better classmate because it's teaching me how to like behave more and be like nicer.
And is this something that you focused on before?
No, I didn't really know what those were even before we started.
Anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah, at first, on my other classes, I used to just think what CARES stood for. Now we're actually focusing on it. At first, I really didn't think if I got a 3, I really didn't think I deserved it because I didn't know what I could improve or do better. Now I actually know what to focus on and what to do.
CARES has helped me be a better classmate because to be a community, you have to have all of these things and trust each other. And I feel like our community has just done so much of that.
That's great. And so how do you think this is going to help you in the future?
Because if you like go to like a college or you go to work, you have to demonstrate these. Like you gotta, if you're like working and you're getting off task when you really need to focus, you won't have your job or like be in college or stuff like that for like, what, yeah.
That's true. Anybody else?
Help you be a better person.
How do you think so?
Because each one kind of like says what to do, like by different things, like participating and cooperating with others, and being respectful.
Can you guys talk about empathy a little bit? Because that's a hard one, I think, for kids sometimes to understand. And what that means to you guys and how you can maybe demonstrate that.
Empathy is being like a good sport and helping each other out. I think it's a very important one.
It's showing respect for others, not just for you, like other people, like in the school or at work or wherever you are. It's like showing respect, like for people's property or their feelings or stuff like that.
Excellent. And you guys see that in your classroom?
Yes.
Do any of you guys have questions for our students, our fifth graders?
Which one's the hardest for you guys?
For me, I would say searching because sometimes it's hard to like raise your hand because you think you're going to be wrong. But if you have a really good community, you should be able to do that because you trust them.
Mine would probably be empathy. I don't know why, but it's just the hardest one for me.
To understand or to show?
Kind of understand, like, I don't know.
It's it is a, yeah, I understand.
Mine's assertion. Because raising my hand, it's like, will anyone think that I'm wrong if I say this? And people won't think that if you're a good friend to them, and you can work on that with your cares, and it builds a better community.
Thanks, Sharon.
Mine would be self-regulation and control, because sometimes I just get a little jittery and look at the clock.
But do you think you've gotten better at that this year, Casey?
Yes, definitely.
And there's something that happened recently that I know you were super proud of, and we all were proud of you for. Do you want to share that?
And I got a CARES award.
And for working really hard at this, right? Yeah, that's great.
How'd that make you feel getting that award?
It made me feel better now that we've been learning about it, and I've gotten better at it, and I think I can say that for everybody else.
Do you find that you think about this when you're not in school?
Yes, a lot.
Can you give an example?
When my brother's always yelling and screaming in the house.
What do you have to show there? And
Empathy.
demonstrate? There you go.
Mine,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
mine's empathy because it's just hard to understand like the whole part of like empathy as a whole.
Understanding other people's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was wondering if these were things that you just worked on your own self, or if there were ways that you helped each other with them. Okay.
Well, so Casey had an idea where like we kind of like shadow each other like on Friday, I think, and we kind of just like maybe like help the person reflect on their goal. So someone kind of like watches you as you do their goal.
And I love that this Casey is the one that came up with that and presented it to his teacher in the class, and it's something they decided to kind of undertake. So it's pretty cool.
What role do others play in encouraging you to stay on point with your cares, your teachers, your families, your classmates?
They would kind of remind you if you were gazing around, looking at the clock. They would be like, we gotta be on task.
Sometimes if it's like a teacher, she won't point like it out at you. She'd be like, I'm hearing like a lot of whispering, because she knows that like, no one likes whispering.
They want to know what you're talking about.
So she like remind us about that.
And does everyone know what you focused on for that week and which one you picked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every Monday we would go on the rug and we would talk about our goal and what we were going to do differently for that week.
And then every Friday we reflect back and say how we thought we did and we can give like an example of it.
Wow. Interesting.
How do you think your attention to these has helped you in schoolwork?
I think it's helped it because it makes you can focus more and it makes you want to work harder.
Anybody else? Do you guys have any other questions?
I don't know if I missed this. All grade levels use the same worksheet?
No. So this is something that the CARES are in all of our classrooms. So it's something that's what we use to assess behaviors. But what we're trying to do is really, there's an understanding by our school as educators, but also our state, that these are very, very crucial competencies to develop, with a growth mindset. We can increase skill in these areas, and that they have a tremendous impact. I mean, you can kind of hear that here, not only in school, but outside of school and in life. And so that if we have an obligation really to look at how we can help all of our students increase their understanding. So we've kind of undertaken, we have some early innovators, I guess, in this area, and we're trying to share that in our schools so that we can bring it to scale.